morning, welcome to this week's video. This week's ride is mostly road. I'm getting on the train, I am on the train to Hereford. The 6:39 gets there, and then I start from the Bull in the centre of town and then head off to Hay-on-Wye, up the Gospel Pass, allegedly the highest tarmac road in Wales, over to Lantony Priory and then back up to Hereford through hopefully some nice back roads. The route is completely road based, no single track, no off-road, so it should be a fairly steady ride. 65 miles in total. It should be pretty easy compared to what I've been doing the last few weeks. We will see. Obviously I've got 3 of my chocolate wraps and 2 bottles of water, but plenty of places to stop for water on the way. I sat first one on the train thinking, oh, I'll film a few people getting on the train. And no one else has got on the train, it's just me. 6:39, so we're leaving on time, and yeah, train to myself. I can spread out and have a kip. I don't even lie down on the floor.
We are now approaching Hereford, our final destination.
So I used to work in this bit when that opened. I've been in the supermarket since the Christmas decorations started going up. I wanted sunset. So I've made it out of the city, and this is just, what, 10 minutes bike ride? I'm guessing from now it's mostly countryside, so crack on. Morning sheep! This is the first bit of the countryside, and it's nice and quiet already. That was the monastery just behind me ringing its bell, and I got a nice bit of straight road to start with. Oh, look at that this morning. Come on. Lovely lanes already. This is beautiful. I'm out by Cleonga or Clenga, or who knows how they say that. Gloves have come back on. It's all right when you're riding uphill. When I go downhill, my hands absolutely freeze. So put them back on. I am a softie. I'd rather be too warm than too cold. See the sign, so 16 miles to Hay. That's my first stop, or first point of interest. A friend of mine has told me about a cafe in Hay-on-Wye that his friend owns and runs. Still stunning out here. Always been a bit of a moaner about the British weather. Well, it's not great, but since I started doing these weekly rides, I have had really good weather for most of them. I haven't brought my sunglasses today because I honestly just thought it was going to be grey throughout, but it's lovely. Really happy to be out on these roads. Could not have picked a better route so far. Whether Gospel Pass turns out to be so lovely, we'll find out. This isn't Gospel Pass, but I am slightly concerned by the steep incline at the end of that profile. I'm not really sure why I've put it in the right, because it is telling me to take a U-turn at the end of doing it. So obviously it's unnecessary. Oh man. 160 to go. I think those are the Black Mountains just in the distance. And I'm guessing one of those is Gospel Path. Doesn't look too high. Thank you very much, nature. The sun is warming me up from behind. The back of my legs are really nice and warm right now. Oh, look at this. Such a spectacular place. And they don't cut their hedges too high so you can see over them. So I've pulled over somewhat unexpectedly because actually quite hot. So I'm going to take a bit of this off. When I took this shirt off, The wind from just over my body was so nice. Forgot I had my coffee. Let me get the lid off. This one's too hard. And I love these chocolate wraps. Just a tortilla with chocolate spread on, and I only take them out on the bite, but they're so nice. Look at it round here. I don't know if that's Hay-on-Wye down there. I know it's only a small town, but I've never been. What I didn't do was realise that I was going to be coming to Wales, and I haven't brushed up on my COVID rules. I had a sausage sandwich and a cappuccino. I got nice and warm in here, but not too warm, because I'm sat by the open door. Because what I don't want to do is go outside and then start to freeze. So next stop, Gospel Pass. The low cloud always makes it seem like these hills are higher than they really are, because they're only tiny, aren't they? 400 meters of climbing. It's not a mountain, as the Tour de France riders would see it. More than enough for me though. The great thing about doing these things for fun now, instead of trying to get a fast time, which I've never been able to do, to be honest, is you can just stop and take in the scenery and the landscape and just appreciate what's around you rather than pedaling constantly. I mean, it's not easy, but just the pedaling with your head down, that's what I used to do when I hit stuff like this. And just go ooh, all the way. Probably wasn't even that attractive. Just to try and get 6,000th on a leaderboard. Half of the climbing done, half of the distance done. My glasses are steaming up. I think I've done the worst of the climbing, so hopefully all more straightforward from here. It's just up there is where I'm headed. It's where the road goes. There's a car up there now, it's just gone past me. So the wind up here freaks me out for some reason. The road is flat, it is really wide, and if I was lower down, I wouldn't give a monkeys, would I? I'm not even gonna fall anywhere, but it still bothers me. Just gone past two cyclists who said down here is really rough, so as long as I'm a faint-hearted cyclist, I shall be taking this quite steadily. And while they say it's rough, they probably haven't watched, well, I know they haven't watched the last few videos I've put up. Hello, cows. Yes, hello. I like how his tongue comes out as he's scratching himself. That's so odd. I feel like the horns are somewhat inconvenient when your hay is in a thing like that. They're just rattling every time they move their heads. I was so keen to get those cows. Look what I did with my bike. Gloves on, jumper on. Not pedaling for about 5 kilometers, I reckon. Oh, so I've put my foot down a bit there. I wanted to get 20 miles away because I want to try and catch the train nearest to 3 o'clock. So I'm gonna crack on. No sooner do I pass the 20 miles to go sign than it sticks me on this nice hill. And I say it sticks me on a hill. This is my route. Got no one else to blame but myself. I may well have been criticising myself for the hill that I put in there, but the view at the top is well worth it. When I was much younger, my dad used to tell me this crazy fact that there were more sheep in Wales than people. I don't know if it was ever true, but he was a teacher, so I believed him. But I've seen a lot of sheep today while I've been in Wales, so maybe it is, maybe it never was, maybe it isn't still. I don't know. It'll be on the internet somewhere, won't it? You might have a lot of sheep in Wales. You've also got a lot of lovely views. The last climb of the day, but it also says it's only the 6th climb, and I've done more than 6. They are not getting any easier, these hills. Oh, how long is it? 2 kilometers left on here. Oh. We're getting there. We're getting there. Just outside of Hereford now. I'm actually ahead of schedule, so we'll be able to catch the one prior to the 3:39. And one thing I could have done with more of is water. I've only had a litre today and I've run out, and all of a sudden, the last 10 minutes, I started feeling pretty desperate for a drink. But I'm okay. Hereford's famous for 3 things: the Magna Carta, cider, and Ellie Goulding. I'm not gonna have the Magna Carta to read when I get home. Ellie Goulding most definitely isn't there, but I may purchase a bottle of cider to enjoy the evening with. And we're back. I'm gonna catch the earlier train now. Hiding in the luggage and bike storage compartment. Ride all done, 100 kilometres, wow, 99.6, but we all know that to the train station and back's gotta be 400 metres. Great weather, saw some bloody great scenery and stuff I've never seen before, and that's the idea of these rides. I will see you next week when it will be a loop, including Leominster, Ludlow and Tenbury Wells.